Hi. It's gonna be English today because I have a lot to talk about. So first of all, I was in math today, and the three other people at my table, one of them was like, "Hey, do you watch Rooster Teeth?" And he was talking to the other guy at the table, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, did you see the 100th episode of Let's Play Minecraft?" And they were talking about it, and then the other girl at my table joined in, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's so cool." And at the end, how they got those three things. And then they were talking about those three things that were like in this chest at the end. Sorry, this is bouncing. I'm on my bed. Um, and they like remembered the first two, and they couldn't remember the last one, and they were like talking about it, and then I was just like, "Oh, it was the golden apple, right?" And they all just looked at me, and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw it too." I felt really weird because like I'd just been listening, and then I like chimed in, and it was really funny, and yeah, wasn't that funny. Um, and also I'm like way more obsessed with Rooster Teeth than just watching. Oh yeah, I watched that one video one time. Yeah, I'm watching all of them right now, constantly, all the time. It's so good. And I think some other guy also watches other Rooster Teeth stuff because he was like talking behind me. He's so annoying also because he says cheers all the time. Like he's, "Oh yeah, cheers man, thanks." Like, please stop, you're not British. I hate when people like use Britishisms, like it's okay like if you're joking or whatever, but like do not use it constantly in everyday life. Like it's so annoying. This is also the same guy who last year did Fedora Friday, so this is the kind of person we're talking about. But like someone was like, "Oh yeah, how was your weekend?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was top." Like, okay, that's going too far. That's no one says that. No one except for British people, specifically Gavin from Rooster Teeth. So anyway, um, that happened, and I was like really excited. But also, I hate it when other people like the same things I do. Is that weird? Like just real life people. Like I don't know. It's just like, no, it's my thing. Please go away. And that's probably a bad thing, but I don't care. Because I don't really have that much of a connection to the people in my math class. Anyway, after school, I had pit orchestra, and on Saturday he was like, "Hey guys, get there an hour early because we're going to be starting early because we need more time to practice because we lost an entire day on Sunday." And my friend and I got there, nothing to do for an entire hour. We just sat outside and did homework and ate food. And then finally we got in there, and he was like, "Okay, play these first 9 measures of the first song over and over again so we can do some sound checks." Did that for like 10 minutes and kept doing that at like random intervals throughout the thing. Like the director would just get up and leave, and he'd be like, "Alright guys, play these 9 measures." So I got really good at playing those 9 measures. Actually, not really. I still messed up like half the time. Kind of bad. But it's like all the way up on the violin. Like if you play violin, there's like first position, third position, and like sixth, fifth. But it's like fifth or sixth position, and I'm not about that life. So I'm guessing most of the time when I like bring my finger up there, I'm like playing down here, and then it's like, oh, you can't even see that. Playing down here, and then it's like all the way up here. Anyway, and so at like this was supposed to last until 9:30. It was supposed to be a 5.5 hour rehearsal. At 6:30, 6:30 or 7 o'clock, he was like, guys, we're not getting anything done because we hadn't gotten anything done. We played those 9 measures and then one other song, and then he just had to keep stopping because there was some issue with the microphones because the pit is in like the pit orchestra is in a different room in the back, and we have microphones and like headsets to like talk to the other people. No one could hear anything apparently from us, and like except for like a couple of the instruments. I couldn't hear like myself in my headset. Like I don't even know if people could hear me playing. Might have been good, probably a good thing. So yeah, so at like 7 o'clock they were just like, "Go home, guys. We have some stuff to do, stuff to work out." So that happened, and then in between with those like 3 hours during which we were either playing or not playing, like, mostly not playing, the bassoonist sits right in front of me and my friend, and he's the most infuriating person I've ever met. And like I've heard like people talk about him before because he plays in our school's band, and I'm friends with a lot of the band people, and they're always like, "Oh, he's so annoying, he's so frustrating." And I'm like, he doesn't look that bad. Like he looks like a nice person. And like the few times when I talked to him like before today, because we'd had a couple of rehearsals before, he was nice, and like like when I got lost in the piece, he would like point to where I was supposed to be, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." oh my god, but today there was so much downtime and he was bored because he had nothing to do, so he just kept turning around and like picking up our bows and picking up our instruments and like taking our music and pushing our stands around. And he took my pencil at one point, and I was like, hey, can I have that back? And he was like, no, you can't. And so like I was just like, ignore the bullies and they go away, you know. So I was just like, yeah, I don't care, it's his pencil, whatever. So he breaks it. So now I have a broken pencil. But he is like, he's annoying, but like deep down he's like a nice person, because there was one part of the thing when we were actually playing a song when my friend and I had like no idea how the how like the counting was really hard because it went from 4/4 to 2/4 to 4/4 to 2/4, like back and forth, and he's really good at counting because he plays music like all the time. And so we were like, hey dude, can you like tell us when our measure's coming up? And he was really nice about it, and he counted out. He was like 1 1 2 2 2 2 2, etc. And so yeah, he's not mean. He's just, you know, annoying. Like he just stuff like that. I don't know. So this has been going on for 6 minutes. You see how much I talk when it's in English? If this entire Vita had been in English, like the whole month, I would have like 6 hours of footage up on this channel. Like I would just talk forever and ever and ever about every single second of my day, which is what's been happening now. Has anything else happened that I want to tell you guys about? Not really. So I'm gonna go. I hope you've all had a nice day and all that. Yeah, alright. I don't want to leave. I always feel bad leaving when I don't say goodbye in French. But I don't want to say goodbye in French today, so I'm just going to say goodbye and then leave. Ready? Bye!